what must have been the real inspiration to get into this, and you are into bodybuilding?
I never thought about bodybuilding at all.
You must have felt more confident also.
Skipping meals, and that turned out to be a very bad idea.
Welcome to another episode of the Making of a Superhuman. And as you all know that in this series, I bring in front of you some of the phenomenal personalities in the world of fitness, health, wellness, mind, psychology, who are committed, who have really dedicated their life towards empowering people to take charge of their own health and well-being. Today, I have got a very special guest. You know, some things which generally people consider that some category of people may not be able to excel. But I'm always thrilled when I see those kind of people who tries or who is excelling those areas which for most of the people, they think that I won't be able to. This is not what is meant for me. But here we have a pro athlete, a fitness coach, and a certified nutritionist, Shikha Sharma. And she is going to, share a wonderful experience about her journey, about health, wellness, and what kind of inspiration she is giving to the entire world. Now, over to you, Shikha. Welcome to this Superhuman series.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much for having me around and giving me an opportunity to share my word to people, and which is what my goal is, to be able to give away something, my knowledge that I have learned to my community, which is fitness industry. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm really
It's
happy.
our pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And Shikha, we are very curious to know, whenever we see women in fitness, that the first thing what comes in my mind is that what must have been the real inspiration to get into this, and you are into bodybuilding.
Yes.
And you are into all different professional levels of fitness and bodybuilding and athletics, I would rather say.
Yes.
So what has been your true inspiration
Well,
to do this?
it might sound a little stupid, but yes, that had been my first inspiration. I never thought about bodybuilding at all. But yes, as a kid, when I was always a very chubby child. And when I used to see these film actors and celebrities on television, I used to really think that, they must be born like that. And I can never become like one. I always wanted to, but I was just very happy-go-lucky child and very happy in my own world. But yes, I was mocked a lot. Mm-hmm. I was mocked a lot. I was rejected a lot.
In your school days?
Socially, yes, absolutely. In my school days, my college days, I remember my sisters. So I have two siblings. I am a twin. They're both very slim and trim, and they were always in very good shape and size. So I was always compared to them. I was never noticed. So while growing up, this was something which really, made me feel embarrassed. I started feeling a little bit embarrassed about myself. And that's when I decided that, I have to just lose weight. That was my first goal.
Okay.
That I just want to reduce my weight and I want to become slim and trim like these people are, so that I'm accepted, I'm noticed, and I'm not mocked. So that was my first thing. And I started, I just used to go for walks. I started, of course, I didn't know, I was very young. I didn't know anything about food and nutrition. So I started just skipping meals, and that really turned out to be a very bad idea. So then I thought, let me just do whatever I can right now. I was in school at that time. That's when I just started running and, going for early morning walks. That was the thing, how I started with these small bits. But when I got into my first job, in 2004, I started working with hotels. I'm an ex-hotelier. I worked with Oberoi's. That's when I joined one gym, and I just used to go and do cardio. I didn't know anything about training. So I just did cardio, and I just controlled what I was eating. That was the only knowledge I had.
Okay.
And I did reduce some pounds. But the real thing came, and I would say at a very later stage in my life, I actually realized what I really wanted. Because this was also one thought which kept on going on in my mind since I was a child, that, when you're a kid, people often ask you, what do you want to become? What do you want to do? And I never had an answer because I just did not know. But when I went to Africa, went on a job on one of the projects in Africa. I've stayed there for 5 years. It was a wonderful experience. That's when
Again, the hotel industry?
No, that's when I worked with Oberoi's, then I worked with Taj, and then I left India and I went to Africa and I shifted to corporate.
Okay.
That's when I shifted to corporate, and there I joined one gym, and since I did not know anything, I hired a trainer. So I have also trained under a lot of coaches because I did not know things myself.
That's right.
And when I was training with him, actually, he was the guy who taught me about weights, about training. And but while training with him, that's when I realized that, out of a lot of things that I do and I love, this is something which I enjoy the most.
Okay.
And from there was no looking back. I just loved lifting weights, and the energy that I felt, that was out of the world.
You must have felt more confident also when
Very
you lift.
confident.
When you lift weight, right?
Yes, confident. And then, of course, I was so much into it and so much dedicated and so much wanted to get into a good shape and look good. I always wanted to, my thing was, whenever I am looking myself in the mirror, I should love myself.
That's right.
Only if I love myself first, will I be able to love other people around me.
Yeah.
So that was very important for me. And when I started lifting, it gave me confidence, yes, a lot of energy, a lot of strength, mentally and physically. So I would say whatever I am today mentally, along with physically, everything, all the entire credit goes to my training and fitness. Because the strength, mental strength this has given me, is uncomparable.
Yeah, we have always seen that to be successful in life, one needs to have self-image, and to have a high self-image. The most important thing what we have seen is that only those people who love themselves, they are appreciating, appreciative about what they are.
Yes.
That's very, very important. But when you start, kind of lifting weights and building muscles, did you ever think that you're going to be manly?
Never. I never thought that, because initially when I started, my aim was to tone up, and just to tone up and keep. So I basically used to train for wellness, keep fit, stay slim, and be in shape.
That's right.
That was my focus initially, and this should be the focus for any beginner. I understand they can have high targets, high goals, which is very good. You should always have a goal, but when you start with something, again, the first thing and the base has to be health. To feel healthy, health should not be compromised in any way. Even if you're doing bodybuilding, because in bodybuilding we have to take a lot of stuff. Our diets are very, very strict, but everything has to go through a healthy process. I'm a complete, support. I'm a biggest supporter of the fact that nothing should compromise health.
Yeah.
Because once that's gone, then you can never go back. So whatever your targets are, health shouldn't be compromised. And I was very low in confidence. I couldn't speak in front of people at all. And now I do a lot of speaking sessions.
We can make out,
In corporates, in schools.
Yeah.
So this gave me a lot of confidence.
But I think many girls or women, they have this kind of apprehension in their mind that if I lift weights and if I build some muscle, maybe my feminishness may lose.
Yes.
I think that's a myth. I think only people like you can correct that.
That's the biggest myth. And as I was telling you, I've been asked this question a lot of times. But that's the biggest myth. When you lift weights, so first of all, lifting weights is necessary even when you are on a weight loss journey. Because when you reduce weight, just doing by a lot of cardio, it definitely will come back. Because you're just burning yourself out.
Yeah.
But if you reduce, cardio definitely is very, very necessary to build your cardiovascular strength, to be able to do strength training. But strength training is a must, because when you reduce your weight while toning yourself up, even if you have a gap, it takes a lot of time for the fat to come back. So you cut down the fat, and then that's how you're reducing weight. It is a slow process. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. But this is the right process. So you should never only depend on the cardio. You must lift weights, because toning is a must even when you're on your fat loss journey. So that's highly important. And no, you will not become bulky at all if you lift weights. You will in fact tone yourself up. Bulky, so it's a different process. If you want to build bigger muscles, the training program is different. Your diet is different. Plays a very important role in any kind of target that you have. If you just want to reduce weight, your diet will be different. If you want to build muscle, your diet would be different. If you just want to tone up, your diet would be different. Now in bodybuilding, in females, we have a lot of categories. We have figure, which is my category. We have physique, which is a bulkier category, like really muscular. You need very muscular physique. Fitness, in which you just need a fit physique. You don't have to have any specifications as such. And you should be good in acrobats, flexibility. Bikini, just very, very minimum. Bikini you don't need. So, but bikini girls, category girls, they also do weight training. Okay. But you see how they look? Yeah. So there is a difference. The training would be different. Your food would be different. Food plays a very, very important role. If I just keep on lifting and I don't eat right, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
So lifting weights will never make you bulky.
Your muscles are built in the kitchen rather than the gym.
Yes.
Yeah.
Food is 80% is food. 80-85% is food.
And when you compare that with the weight training, volume training, you must be focusing on certain things. And what's your advice for the people who are into fitness and investing some time on maintaining a fit body? If you are the coach, what would be your basic advice for them?
My basic advice would be don't go to the gym just to lift. Ego lifting is a big no. Don't do that. And when you're going to the gym, you are spending your time, you are spending your energy, and you're spending your money. If you're not thinking about your energy and time, at least think about your money, because that's your hard-earned money. So do not waste your time in the gym. Don't spend hours in the gym. Your goal should be 45 minutes to an hour, including your cardio. And whenever you're training, you train less, but just focus on your form and technique. That has to be perfect. You have to feel the correct muscle, whatever you're training that particular day.
Right.
So form and technique is a must. Don't worry about the weight at all. Even if in the lightest of the weights, if your form and technique is fine, your muscle will be exhausted and you will feel it right there.
Yeah.
So secondary muscles are also there. Like for example, if we are training our back, of course our biceps are our secondary muscles. You will feel a little tiring there. But don't focus on that. Focus on the back. And try to create the connection between mind and muscle.
Yeah.
That is a must. Form and technique. So this is the way out.
I have a question here. When you talk about the mind-muscle connectivity, which I also strongly believe and I advocate that, many people are totally lost in music and all those kinds of stuff when they are actually going through training, self-training, I would rather say, in the gym. And do you think that their mind and muscle are getting connected? Because they are in a different world altogether with some music playing and all those stuff.
It doesn't matter. Even I listen to music, not particularly all the time, because gym music is enough for me. I actually don't care about the music. So it doesn't matter till the time. So think about it. When you're spending your time in the gym, think about why you're here and what exactly do you really want and how bad you want it.
Yeah.
Even if you're training for wellness, form has to be correct. Again, don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Unnecessarily coming to the gym, just getting exhausted and going back, it doesn't make any sense. So if you're doing something, it has to be fruitful. It has to give you some results. So think like that, how bad you want it and so it's again, if you're only focusing on music, you will focus on music only.
Yeah.
But if you are able to create that connection, then no matter how loud the music is, it will not matter at all.
Suppose if somebody doesn't have any kind of intention of building muscles or building body, what is that you recommend to those people, normal people why should they go? Why should they really exercise on a regular basis?
For wellness. Your body is a machine. You have to keep it going, keep it working like a car. If you keep even if you buy a brand new car and it's just standing in your garage, parked in your garage, it will just rotten up, right?
Yeah.
It won't. You will not be able to drive it.
Yeah.
So body is exactly like machine. Similarly, whatever fuel, the quality of fuel you put into your car. Similarly, the right kind of clean food you have to put into your body. It's a machine. So to keep it moving, I have trained myself for wellness for a very long time. when I did not want to build muscles or nothing was of the such sort
Just
was in
for
my
wellness,
mind.
yeah.
Just for wellness,
Yeah.
to keep myself fit. So when you start training, you feel very healthy from inside.
Yes.
It definitely makes a lot of difference. You get confidence. Mental health improves. I so many times have experienced myself, if I'm having the worst of my day, that day you don't want to do anything, you just want to be in your bed and do nothing because you're in a very bad mood. You've had a bad day. But that day particularly, you have to push yourself and go to the gym, and you see what difference it will make.
Yeah.
Immediately the positive things will start coming back.
Yeah, that's right.
And once you're positive, you find the solution to your problems.
Yeah.
So yes, even if you're going to the gym with not any particular goal in mind, just train for wellness. But
yeah,
again,
a very, very significant point.
Yeah.
Because many people in the morning, they wake up and they feel that I'm down, something is not working for me, not feeling so good, so let me sleep for some more time. In fact, I always tell people that this could be because of certain neurochemical imbalances. Maybe the kind of neurochemicals like cortisol or the epinephrines, which has to work when you
Yes.
when that's the one which wake you up.
yes.
And that's not working properly. Maybe because you had a kind of a late night, or maybe you must have gone for a party on the previous night or whatever. Now it's your responsibility to increase that cortisol level. The only one way is that go out.
Yeah.
Run
Yeah.
or maybe go to a gym,
Yeah.
and you can start seeing
Yes.
all things coming back.
And again,
yeah.
if you want to train to keep yourself fit, you don't have to particularly go to the gym. Do anything that you enjoy doing, number one, that brings fun and enjoyment, and then which is sustainable for you, which you can do for life,
Yeah.
which you can carry on for long. So it's not a temporary thing. Fitness, training, keeping yourself fit and good, it's not a temporary thing. It's a lifestyle. Like how you get up every day and brush your teeth. It's like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So only then you have lots of assets. You buy expensive cars, expensive phones. You do a lot of things you want to do for your children, for your family. But if you're not fit yourself, then how are you going to enjoy those assets?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you have to be very selfish. Nobody, your children, your assets, your family, your parents, nobody will stay with you but your health. So you have to prioritize your health. That is the number one thing to be prioritized for everybody. Everybody. Because only from there everything else connects and gets started.
Yeah. In fact, when we come across people, because you must be coming across people who are more interested in, staying healthy, fit. We come across a lot of other kind of people. I always tell people that, see, doing exercise or going to a gym or maybe putting your body under controlled stress, that's
Yes.
what exactly it is.
Yeah.
It is required for your body, because normally what happens is that your genes are either working on a growth mode or on a survival mode. It has to.
Absolutely.
And all the time, if your cells are working only on a growth mode, it is not good for you, because it can also grow the cancer cells in your body. Now, that is where the hormesis comes into play, the controlled stress. The controlled stress can be derived from maybe intermittent fasting. It can be
yes.
from
This is a very, very important topic.
and the kind of resistance training you do, the HIITs or volume trainings, what you recommend normally. These are actually you have to give an information to the cell that you're going to die. That's the time these guys will really jump up. Two things happen. One is that the mitochondria inside the cells, they actually separate, and there are lots of mitochondria gets formed, so it enhances the energy. And number two is that your survival genes get kicked off. So what happens is that your body gets into survival mode. So it's so essential, which this part, not many people have educated people. This is so important, that if you have got a good lifestyle where you're eating 3 or 4 times a day, having good time, having a great job, going in the car and everything is going, but are you putting your body in a survival mode at least for 5 minutes in a day?
Yeah.
If you're not doing it, you are actually making something grow which is not essential, or maybe disastrous for your life.
Yes.
So that's why I always push people, because I do this peak performance conventions called Rise Up, where I always tell people that move your body. That's it. only if you move your body, then only your mind will move.
Oh yes, absolutely. I completely agree with this.
Yeah, and once you are under controlled stress in whichever way. I use the word controlled stress mainly because
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask how do you connect this with particularly with physical training?
because in the physical training you are always putting a controlled stress. Suppose I'm lifting weight, it's a controlled stress. It's a stress, but it's a controlled
Controlled
stress.
stress.
It is not like a chronic stress or it is not an unknown stress. It's a controlled stress. But for the brain and for the cells, actually, it's a kind of. They are saying that you're going to die now. When you are saying, that's why I like the way you said about the volume training.
Yeah.
The volume training, you said what? Till
Yeah.
you lose.
To the failure.
To the failure. Yeah,
Repetitions to the failure.
That's exactly. To the failure means your body has actually decided that you're going to die anyway. So the moment you actually put your body into that phase, there is a complete process change happens in your body, which is called there will be a higher levels of BDNF, which is called brain-derived neurotrophic factors. So once this level of BDNF goes up, this enhances all the entire biochemical and neurochemical system and also balances the hormones.
Oh.
Yeah. The BDNF, if you study about BDNF, you'll be thrilled. And you can actually give it as a tip to all your students.
Really?
Yeah. Because the BDNF, the best way to increase your BDNF level, the brain-derived neurotrophic factors, is to put your body under controlled stress.
How technically it's connected and we don't even think about it.
Absolutely. They should feel your cells should be kind of faked to believe that you're going to die.
Yeah. True.
That's what it is.
True that.
And this, when you are in a winter, suppose it's like the temperature has really gone down and it's in the deep winter. That's the time you take a cold shower. What happens? You get a shiver.
Yeah.
It's again the body is actually getting into homeostasis mode.
Yeah. This is similarly like shocking your body.
Yeah.
Like how we do it with food.
Exactly.
So when we are why do we do cheat meals? Because we have to, when we're eating clean, we have to shock our body. We have to do that for results, to see what happens. We have to sometimes, fill our body with those dirty carbs. We need to do that. And that's the concept of cheat meals. It's not that you have to enjoy your food and you have to keep eating all that. But once you're for a long time, when you're on your clean eating, you have to shock your body with the other kind of food so that, body is like, okay, what is happening inside me? What am I supposed to do? Because that's what conditioning, that's how conditioning comes.
Yeah.
That's how your muscles, it pumps up immediately when you load different carbs in your body.
Right.
So it's very important with nutrition also to shock your body. So I completely get what you're trying to say.
Yeah. So you are also a nutritionist, certified nutritionist. So let me ask you this question that, I know that both are important, but at the same time, if someone is only giving importance to fitness and exercise, and of course they must be taking whey proteins and supplements and all those stuff. So how do you advise people to get in the right kind of food? Because I personally, as a biohacking, kind of a follower, I believe that the most important part of your body is your gut.
Oh yes, I was about to say that.
Yeah. So
in fact, I was discussing about the same thing with somebody today. Yeah. Gut health is very, very important. I myself had a very, very messed up gut.
Okay.
Yes. And how I was on laxatives for almost a year.
My God.
And I had completely messed it up because I always, and the water, actually my problem was water. So ever since I came to Dubai, I was really having very tough time and I started having laxatives and my gut health completely got messed up. That's when I got in touch with my present coach, Mr. Neil Hill. He told me just natural ways to do it. First of all, when we talk about supplements, again, we have a lot of myths. People think if you're not training, you don't need supplements.
Okay.
Now, health supplements are health essentials.
Here we go.
Because these days, we do not get very pure. The purity of the food is not there.
Yeah.
We need add-ons. So health supplements are the products which, irrespective of the fact whether you're training or not, you need it. You definitely need them. That improves and that helps a lot in improving your gut health.
So let's make an underline. Health supplements are a must.
Health supplements are a must. Especially for females, we must. We must take it.
Yeah, I think this is. I really appreciate the way you are actually expressing this, because a nutritionist, especially, I've discussed with many nutritionists. They take a very moderate route. They say that actually everything has to come from food, and you have to try that. You have to get it from food. And if you are not getting it, then only you go for supplements. The main problem right now is that what kind of food can give you those kind of vitamins and minerals?
Exactly. It doesn't. When I was a child, at that time, if I see still, there was a lot of purity in food products and all that. But these days, no.
Yeah.
We cannot rely on food at all.
Yeah.
And then there are so many choices. People have all the choices to make that, we don't want to have that, we want to have this. Then where is the nutrition coming from? You need these add-ons. Health supplements are a must. Plus, there are a lot of, I take this celery juice every morning. That's the first thing after my cardio. And that has helped me a lot in improving my gut.
Okay.
So these natural things, yes, it helps, but health supplements is a must. In fact, these protein powders and all, again, people think they are you should it's a big no and you should not take it, and it's a negative impact it has. No, it's just an add-on protein.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Whey protein is just an add-on protein.
Yeah.
Again, if somebody is on a weight loss journey, not particularly everybody needs it. Of course, it's an expensive affair. So if you, whenever you buy such things, health supplements, protein powders, anabolics, steroids, normal steroids, get the highest quality. Because first of all, whatever you're putting in your body has to be the best quality stuff.
That's right.
So get it from a very, very good brand, good quality stuff. And then these protein powders, it doesn't do anything wrong. It does not do anything wrong.
Absolutely.
It's just an add-on protein. But if you don't want to spend that much of money, before training or after training, if you need protein, just have egg whites. It's the same thing. It's exactly the same.
But I think what you said is right. When it comes to nutritional supplements, the quality is the most critical thing, because it's most of the things are concentrates. When you are taking concentrates, you should be very, very careful what you're taking in. In fact, I take about 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day.
Yeah, so, me too.
Yeah, many people have asked, hey, why are you taking so much of vitamin C every day? As per the recommendations of the council, the medical council, you need to take about 40 milligrams of vitamin C. I said I should be living in the Himalayas. The fresh air, no pollution, no stress. I'm having right kind of living environment, nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
That is what the ideal living condition. How many people have got ideal living condition
exactly.
right now?
Exactly. That's what nowadays the things have changed, world has changed, food has changed, everything. And there are so many options. How will you know? So we have to have those add-ons which fulfills our needs, which fulfills all the protein things. And again, it makes a big difference in improving your gut health. And gut health is a must. Your gut has to be healthy. Everything starts and ends there.
Even your emotions.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Your emotions reside in your guts. Because earlier people used to think that the serotonin, which is a happy chemical, it is being emitted by the brain. And now the latest studies prove that 94% of the serotonin is being produced by your gut microbiome.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So your happiness, sadness all come from your microbiome.
Yes. I am a live example. I have had a messed up gut and now it's improved, and I'm like, it makes a lot of difference. This afternoon I was talking to somebody who said, I've started to get these gut problem, and he's having bananas. It has a lot of fiber. I said, this will not help. This is not going to help. You just start stuffing yourself with bananas. You need to have proper vitamins.
Yeah.
It's important.
Vitamins.
How many people in Dubai go and walk in the sun? How many people? We're all so used to air-conditioned cars. Even the bus stops are air-conditioned, air-conditioned offices. Where do we get vitamin C, vitamin D?
Yeah.
So we need these things. This is a big myth that only if you're training, we are not training, why do we need this? No, everybody needs it. Everybody needs it, irrespective of the fact you train or you don't train.
Shikha, the key factor I would rather say is that unaware. People are not aware, especially people like you you have a great influence amongst a lot of people as an influencer. I think these are some of the tips you should be giving through your Insta channel.
Yes.
Because the key factor is your body, if you look at it, has got about 60 to 70 trillion cells.
Yes.
And you have got 100 trillion microbiomes. So you're more of your bacteria than you.
Oh, yes.
So
You're right.
if you don't feed them properly, and if you don't have the right kind of guys out there in the gut, they can really screw up your life.
Just this morning, I met with somebody and we were just talking about food. And she said that, Shikha, there are a lot of things on internet these days which tells you, and in bold letters they will write that, you don't have to exercise particularly every day. Without the gym, without exercises, you can just, have this particular juice or this drink every morning for 15 days and you will lose this much of weight. And they're advertising it, and they're advertising it like really confidently. So then my response was, but these things are not right. And she, as a non-fitness person, said, but Shikha, we fall for it.